Hello everyone, it's Andy Glenn here from Sharks TV. Welcome you all to another interview around signings. And it's just been announced in the last few moments. Stuart Kerr's re-signed. Stuart, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. Nice to see you again, Andy. Looking forward to next season, of course.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Now that you're re-signed as a Shark, was there ever any doubt that you'd be coming back?
No, I don't think so. We kind of got it all sorted out pretty quickly, so I'm glad to be back, of course.
Absolutely. It was an up and down season last year. You had some real good moments personally as well. What was the highlight for you?
It's kind of hard to pick a highlight. I would say kind of the start was obviously a lot better than the year before, so that was a plus, and we had a good run kind of midway through the season as well. It's hard to really pick one exact point because obviously we never won anything, but there were a few good points of the season. We've played pretty well.
And then we just got on a bit of a downward run of defeats really, which wasn't great. It's the same as the last time we lost the ice here. It's really difficult to keep yourself at that top level when there's no ice to practice on, Stuart. Of course, when you're working during the day as well, travelling away to Edinburgh or Glasgow for ice time is really difficult. Yeah,
it's not ideal, of course, and once you get 2 or 3 losses, and it's kind of harder and harder to kind of get back out of it because everyone loses confidence a bit. And again, I think we kind of got out of it at the end of the year as well, and we played a few pretty good games, and it was looking like we were going to make the playoffs, but we just never quite made it in the end, of course.
It was that. I mean, it was just 1 or 2 games short, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
And then I'm not going to even mention the officials' word, but you know, some of the decisions have season-changing outcomes for every team in the league.
Yeah, exactly. It's sometimes like you always think it's worse on yourself because obviously that's all you care about, really. But of course, other teams have the same kind of things, I'm sure. So it probably evens out in the end, doesn't it? So
yeah, I think you're probably right, and it just feels that 1 or 2 things stick in your mind as a fan. It's just like you've just got to shake it off and get on with it. But you managed to stay out the box quite a lot, which is good for a defender. How did you manage that then?
I don't know. I've kind of been, when I was a lot younger, I was a lot more hot-headed and kind of calmed down a bit now, and it's been the same for a few years. So
yeah, well, it's good that you're on the ice because obviously sometimes it's a necessary penalty, but often it just hurts the team, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to next season? What's going to be the highlight for you?
Well, I'm looking forward to a new couple of signings, and hopefully we'll be further up the table and we'll be competing for some silverware. That's obviously your goal every season, so no, not much different in that front, really.
Do you keep an eye on all the teams and who they sign through the season, or do you just forget about it?
Yeah, I kind of forget about it, and then obviously closer to the season time when you're looking to play teams, like the first few teams we play, obviously looking at who they've got and what they've been doing, so that's pretty much it. You just need to focus on yourself, and that's all you can do.
And your plan during the summer, complete break or keep yourself as fit as you have been, going to the gym, doing all that sort of stuff?
Well, I've had a bit of a break, but that's me back in the gym now, so getting ready for next season. So,
how difficult is it being a semi-pro hockey player in that you've got to keep the peak of physical fitness, but also you've got a day job as well?
Yeah, it's obviously hard because it's a fine line you need to balance, obviously recovering from the games at the weekend and a late night on a Sunday probably, and obviously working and staying fit as well at the same time. So it's a fine line to kind of walk, but I think I'm kind of getting there now, like with what I need and what I don't need. I know pretty well what I need usually.
Well, it was a tough season for D-men in particular last season because there was only really 5 of you, so you were on the ice a lot, weren't you?
Yeah, of course, but sometimes it's also nice when you're on the ice quite a lot. You kind of get a feel for it better, but you obviously feel it on the Monday morning when you wake up for work and you're a bit sore and stiff or whatever. But
well, it's absolutely fantastic that you've signed back with the Sharks. You're a huge fan favourite, as you well know, and you've seen me interview people often enough. The final word to you, to the Sharks fans?
Just have a nice summer. It's going to be a wee bit longer for you next year because obviously we're starting later at home. So, and I'll hope to see you next season.
Well, thank you so much, Stuart, for coming along to speak to me this afternoon, and thank you to everyone at home who's tuned in to watch this little interview. This is Andy Glenn saying cheerio.